Hello, and welcome back to San Diego's Santa Fe Depot. Today I'll be traveling on Coaster up to Oceanside. Santa Fe Depot is the southernmost rail terminus for Amtrak Pacific Surfliner and Coaster trains, as well as a stop on the San Diego Green Line tram. If you want to see a more in-depth look, check out my previous video where I gave a tour of the station. Tickets for Coaster trains are available at ticket machines on Platform 3. The trip to Oceanside cost me $6.50, which is rather cheap given the distance traveled. Our train today is northbound Coaster service number 661 and is departing out of Platform 4. Boarding on Coaster is easy and only requires showing your ticket to the member of staff at the tail of the train. Seating on Coaster trains is configured almost exclusively in groups of 4, with some groups having a table in the middle. I chose to sit upstairs towards the middle of the train. Coaster also provides these fairly meaty rider's guides, which look more like a small book than something you would find on a train. Right on time, our train pulled out of the station, and we began our trip up to Oceanside. As we head out, let's take a look at some stats about our train. My train this morning is Coaster service number 661 and is driven by Siemens SC44 Charger locomotive number 5001. Coaster has 5 SC44s in service, with 4 more on the way in 2022 and 23 to replace the last of their F59 PHI locomotives. Each Coaster train is made up of 5 Bombardier bi-level coaches, with a consist of 4 standard cars and 1 cab car at the end of the train. Trains are run in a push-pull configuration, with locomotives facing north at all times. Coaster operates on a 41-mile stretch of track from San Diego to Oceanside, with 8 stops on the route. Despite being owned by the North County Transit District, Coaster is operated on contract with Bombardier Transportation. San Diego Airport is about 5 minutes from downtown, and is one of the first major things to see when leaving Santa Fe Depot. As we passed by, a FedEx 767 made its final approach into the airport. Because there are only seats in groups of 4, I have plenty of space for myself and my bags, which is always nice. The seats are fairly comfortable, with decent padding on the bottom and back, although the interior is definitely starting to show its age. Coaster is overhauling all of their current fleet of coaches with better seats and a new coat of paint, so this interior will get a refresh in the next year or so. It's time for a walk through the train. The majority of the amenities on this train, including the bathrooms, are downstairs. There's plenty of signage everywhere, although some are a little long. Coaster also provides water to all passengers, so it's easy to stay hydrated. Something else that's rather cool is this wooden emergency toolkit alongside the first aid equipment, which is something you don't see very often. Coaster also offers onboard Wi-Fi for free, although it's not terribly fast. Taking a walk to the end of the train provides a view of our engine, number 5001, pulling us along at a cool 90 miles an hour. While walking to the front of the train, I noticed that the front 2 cars have actually been overhauled to the new interior, featuring faux leather seats and that new coat of paint. I couldn't resist not sitting in the refurbished car, so I grabbed my bags and headed over there. The seating arrangement remains the same, in the standard group of 4, but the seats have been entirely reupholstered with new cushions and fabric. In between seats are cup holders and an armrest, as well as plenty of space to stretch out. There is also the sticker reminding passengers not to put their feet on the seats, although it's quite tempting. The refreshed interiors feel really nice and welcoming and brighten up the whole experience on board. After passing through Sorrento Valley, the ocean came into view. Coaster trains run on the same stretch of track as Pacific Surfliner trains, and thus run extremely close to the coast of the Pacific, which offers some amazing views. If you want to be around when more videos get posted, please hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel and the content I make. I would love to keep doing this for as long as possible, and your support helps me continue to do so. Thanks! Now it's time to take a look at the bathroom aboard this train. Bathrooms are located on the bottom floor of each car. The bathroom includes the usual sink and toilet, both of which were working, as well as tissues and paper towels that were well stocked. Overall, the bathroom was very clean, especially for being one of the later trains on the timetable, so A+ to Coaster for keeping it well maintained. The next stop on the route is Encinitas. Encinitas is one of the best places to film high-speed Pacific Surfliner trains ripping down the coast. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get any footage here, as I had to make a tight connection in Oceanside. After some more ocean views and 2 more stops, we finally pulled into Oceanside. Oceanside is the connection between Coaster, Coaster Sprinter, Pacific Surfliner, and Metrolink trains. As I was packing up to hop off, I heard the announcement reminding passengers to stand clear of the closing doors, so I had to make haste to the exit or I would have been trapped on the train. Despite the number of trains that come through here, Oceanside is a rather small station. There are a couple ticket machines, as well as some vending machines and a few small buildings for Amtrak and the North County Transit District, but beyond that, there's little else. My connection back to Los Angeles is once again on Amtrak's Pacific Surfliner, although this time I'm traveling in business class, which has some nice perks, so stick around to see that in the coming weeks. Next week we'll begin the New York and Northeast series of videos, with a flight out from Austin to JFK on Delta and Comfort Plus, on an aircraft I've never flown on before. I also want to say thank you for all of the awesome support and growth I've seen on the channel in the past few weeks. It really means a lot to me and helps motivate me to continue to make awesome content. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks for riding with me, and I'll see you in the next one.